Good morning, Floss Tube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Well, hello and welcome to Saturday the 18th of October. It is just gone 6 in the morning, so I was hoping to be a little bit earlier this morning, but as usual, me backside appeared to be glued to the settee. But never mind, I'm up sharper than I have been for the last few weeks. Welcome if you are brand new and you've just landed here. It's really good to see you. I hope you subscribe, I hope you like the video and stick around. Welcome if you've been scooped up along the way somewhere in the last 2 years. Really appreciate your support, and of course welcome to my wonderful stalwarts who have been with me from the very start. So where are we? Well, I was off last week, wasn't I? I wasn't off sick. I wasn't sick. I was had to take my car. I meant to mention it the week before to say that I didn't think I was going to get a floss tube recorded because I had to get the car into the garage for, it was about 8:20, I think they said. So I had to set off from here, from home, at about 7:45. Now normally, as you know, I usually start my floss tubes somewhere between 6 and 7 in the morning, and I usually finish them somewhere between 8, 8:30, sometimes 9, depends. And then I've got to do any very basic editing and upload it and everything else. So there was no way, because my entire morning was gone last week because I didn't get home till, oh God, because it's about half an hour away. I usually just take some stitching and just sit and stitch, or pop round to Hobbycraft, which is literally at the back of where I get my car serviced. So yes, I needed a thread last week, so I did pop round to Hobbycraft. So didn't get back till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's why I wasn't here last week. I wasn't pulling a sickie for once. I was genuinely, not here. My words are great at the moment, really good. I've stopped taking my HRT, mainly because I felt it was like putting weight on us, and I've been trying to lose it, not put more on. So the only thing that seems to have happened is my words have just gone back to being so if I spout a whole load of nonsense, I'm blaming the menopause, right? I'm just, to be fair, the poor menopause gets blamed for everything now in my life. Everything. It's great. It's great when you've got oh, you see, here we go. When you've got I can't remember the word. You know, when you're able to just fob something off. So yeah. And funnily enough, speaking of words, this week's Justsewsherrie is an old one. It's an old one, and I don't know why it came up during the week, but it did. It popped into my head, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to tell them about that time. So if you're new here, Justsewsherries are just weird, daft, bizarre stuff that happens to me, because of me, around me, somewhere, to do with me, in the vicinity. So this week, back a million years ago, when I was a young bit of stuff, a little bit older maybe, but I used to be a nurse, and I worked on a stroke rehab ward for a few years, and we used to do something called a mini mental score, a MIMSI. So we would there's different questions on this sort of set of questions. Yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me today, guys, sorry, but I'll do my best to find out which part of the brain has been affected by wherever the bleed's been or anything like that. So we asked patients to say things like spell a word backwards, or, you know, say name 2 streets around where you live, or something like that. And often after stroke, you've got something called aphasia, which means that your words, funnily enough, your words coming out don't match what you think. So when I talk about when you rifle through your little library cards in your brain to find a word, and you pull the word out, the word that comes out your mouth isn't the word that you think you've selected. Put it this way, one of the best examples I ever had was I was doing a YES back in the day in a care home when I was 16, and this lady was asking for a banana, and she was sitting down about to get her dinner, and I kept saying, you're going to get your dinner, Alice, but I need a banana. And she was getting really, really frustrated, and I was like so confused as to why she was insisting she had to have this banana. It turned out she wasn't after a banana. She was missing a fork on our dinner set. She thought she was saying the word fork, but the word that was coming out was banana. So that's probably the best way to describe it. So anyway, I was doing one of these, and I was speaking to a gentleman, and he was a bit of a Mr. Bouquet. He was a bit posher than me. So I'd sort of pulled the curtains around that, and I was just chatting to him and asking like these questions and this, that, and the other. So obviously I had my uniform on. And you've got like your pockets. And I've got like my pens on one side, my pocket. I've got my fob watch and my badge and everything else on the other side. So I pulls out one of my pens and I says, "Okay, can you tell me what that is, please?" And he says, "Oh yes, miss, that's a pen. Actually, it's a biro." "You're perfectly right," and put it back in. I point to my fob watch and I says, "And can you tell me what this is?" He says, "Oh yes, dear, that's a tit." Was he wrong? No. So yes, for those who are wondering, I did mark it correct. But after that, I used to take my fob off and hang it up and say, "Can you tell me what this is?" You'll never forget, it was one of the funniest things. And it was that funny because I was on the floor laughing, really, really laughing. And he was chuckling away. He obviously realised that something was, and the guy in the next bed's going, "What's going on behind that curtain?" So yeah, it all got yeah, that was funny. It was so funny. So sorry, I meant to give you a spitting out of coffee warning before I did that, just so Sherrie and I forgot. So if half of you have just spat out your morning tea or whatever it is you're drinking, I apologise. So yes, so that was it. He was a lovely man, actually, really lovely guy. So let's get into cross stitch, because apparently that's why I'm here, and I am super jealous. Oh, Mrs. Parkman's is it Academy of Needlework? She calls it Needlework Academy, something like that, is happening this weekend, and I am so jealous. That is my bucket list retreat. I know the last time it was called the Great British Sampler Weekend. So fingers crossed, in 2 years' time, I'll be able to go to the next one. Oh, it looks incredible. Yeah. Oh, and I'm seeing all the photos on Instagram, and I saw one yesterday of Sally humblebumblestitcher and Becky from Willowandharestitiching with the is it willowandharestitching? I think it is. I'll link them down below anyway. And if you do not follow Sally, you must. Sally is the girl that I'm aware, who first did all the little Stacey Nashs on 1/1 on 46 count, that tiny all her little crackers, animal crackers, and she takes them to the cowslip workshops, and they're just incredible. The stuff she does, I sit in awe at her feet. I really do. She's an incredible stitcher. So anyway, there was one of them with Laura and Brenda, and I was like, oh, my heart feels so warm. As much as I'd love to be there, it just makes my heart so happy to see like people living their best stitching life. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's just wonderful. So I'm very, very jealous. And my lovely friend Alison's there, and we'll talk about Alison as well. Although she got a new name, she's not going to be my lovely friend Alison anymore. But well, I'll explain when I get there. So today, what have I got for you? Well, I've been missing a week, so I've got 2 weeks worth of stuff. And there's a lot. I've got a repair. I've got 3 fully finishes. I have got 2 finishes. I have got a start and a finish. And yes, I have got 2 new starts. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whips. So, without further ado, I think we should jump into it. Where shall we start? Fully finishes? No, we'll start with the repair. So some of you might remember a couple of weeks ago I had a bit of an accident because I wasn't paying attention and I was chop, 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 happy, happy, happy with my scissors, and I wasn't taking notice but what was on my table, my bench, my desk when I was cutting. And I cut through. So you can see where I cut through here. I don't think it's come out really badly. The bit where the stitching is joined up lovely. That bit in the middle isn't too bad. Again, the bit where the stitching is here is really good. The main bit is this, that where the fibres from the fabric have pulled. Now, I'll show you how I did it. I did it how I said I was going to do it. So I just used, what do you call it, interfacing? So I put some little, I would have liked to have done it all in one go, but I knew the way I was like, obviously having to hold the iron down, if I didn't get it spot on, and it was unlikely that this wasn't going to move very, very slightly as I was pushing down with the iron. So I did have to do little bits. So this top bit, which is where it's not great, I pulled it off. It didn't look great the first time, so I pulled it off. Well, of course I stretched it more, so and then I did it again. So I am thinking of putting some like primmy big crosses down here. I might go all the way down. If not, might just put them sort of at the top here. I don't know. I'll probably end up going all the way down. Because I thought, and it was Summy Sarah and there was a few others said, don't try and fix it. Just hang it like with the 2 different pieces. You know, like, so you've got like the break, if you like. If you can see the break. And I thought that was a really good idea. However, I'll be honest, I just wanted to try this to see if it worked. So yes, I think it could have been an either or. I could definitely have done with just the break. But I'm pretty pleased actually with how it's worked. So if you ever have an absolute disaster, there are ways and means to fix them. Might not be perfect, but something obviously like this is it's very primmy anyway. But I'm chuffed the way that I've got the stitching lined up. Really, really pleased with how I've done that. Obviously, if I was to do it again, I would be a bit more careful of where the fibres might have been pulled and just make sure that I've got that really sort of married up a lot better. So I'm chuffed with that. And funnily enough, when I was doing this, I thought, God, it looks like a dressing I would have done in the past. Like put some maybe steri strips or whatever along and then put a bigger dressing on top. Because it just looks like I would have done back in my nursing days. So, yeah. So that is that. Note to self. Be more organised. Be tidier. be tidier. So that is my repair for the week. One moment. Sorry, I've still got this like chesty, snotty cough going on. So I don't know what that's from. Okay, fully finishes. She's a little one, but she's a canny one. So that is from Vintage Kitchen by Owl Forest Embroidery. And I did it with, I think it was Cupid. Classic Colourworks, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it was Cupid. So I just did it with a variegated red, basically. Just picked a red. It's to go in my kitchen. It was hanging up in my kitchen, so I've just removed it. But it's canny. I was talking about putting some sort of a mount, and I will do that when I can be arsed to get me cricket out. And so the next time I've got my cricket out doing something, I will try and do a mount to put in it. The only problem with this is it's not central. And of course I'm hacky lazy and I just do the glue, hope for the best kind of finishing. So I'd already unstuck it once and moved it over a bit. So I don't think it's perfect, and I'm pretty sure the mount's gonna make it look less perfect than it does now anyway. It's gonna highlight the error in the placement is what I'm trying to say. So that was kind of why I've been putting it off a little bit, but I will do it when I've got my cricket out next, when I'm playing crafty paper vinyl kind of games. Yeah, I'm frozen. We're starting to get to the into the winter, and I've still got my summer quilt on. To be fair, my summer quilt's a 7.5 tog. It's not like a 4.5. So I've still got that on, but that'll need changing soon. But I've reached the point where the heating is starting to go on. Now I don't know about yous all, but I think a lot of people who are in couples argue about when the heating goes on. There's always one of you wants to put the heating on and the other one doesn't. It's too early. So I don't have that, but I've got an oil radiator. So I've been using that, and I just stick it away in the living room, close both the doors. But it means that every other room in the house is cold. So I might need to get my fan out. Could be a fan day, you never know. So, where am I? That was that one. Now this one isn't kind of, yeah. So this is 1692. Is this primitive hair? I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's primitive hair. 1692, they missed one. I love this. But I haven't done it very well. I have actually not glued it for once. I did it, yeah, with one of them things, needle and thread and some quilting thread, and just pulled it really tightly. But then I glued it to the tartlet bottom. But it's just not big enough really. So my theory was, I thought I'll do that and then I'll put some of this around, pom-pom trim. But it looks odd. It looks really odd when I've put it there, because you can't really see the black of the pom-pom trim. So it just looks crushed. Like it's brought it too far in. So all I did was I ended up just sitting it on top of one of me. Where it's gone. So I just had it sitting on top of one of me, what do you call these? Spools. Like that. But so yes, I've done it. But I don't think it's not quite finished, and I don't know what else to do. The other idea I had was putting cutting out again and getting my Cricut out and cutting out a load of like donuts or like circular shapes and building them up so that this is going to sit a bit higher. Do you know, does that make sense? So that it's going to sit a little bit more proud. And these are pins from Just Another Button Company. Some of my little Halloween pins, which look dead canny. And this was done on, I think this is called Tempest by Primitive Hair. Won't swear it on my life, but I think. So that's that one. My other little funny finish, my last little funny finish is this canny bairn. Now this is one of the ones from the Historical Sampler Advent Calendar last year. So all I did was, we got this little easel, and all I did was pick out some Christmas fabric, wrap it around the board. I know, words. We're going with it, guys, we're going with it. And then I just literally cut it out with pinking shears. And all I did was put some, again, I got my crafty head out. And I've got some foam, double-sided foam. And I just put a couple of strips of foam underneath, just so that it sits very slightly proud. Now I was going to put like a little like red bow or something here, so when I come across something like that I will stick it on. But this room, it gets tidy-ish and I'm thinking, oh, I should do a craft room tour. I'll just finish off the last bit, and then I decide to do something, my room ends up like a pig hole again. So I'm not turning everything upside down for the sake of a little bow. When I remember and I come across one, hopefully. So I thought it was dead canny anyway. So that was that. That was that. Okay, finishes. Which one should we do first? So I've got two finishes. And I'm really pleased actually to have them both done. So there we are. So yes, I decided I was in two minds whether to do the ravens. The majority of you said probably do them, yes. And I agree. I think I just didn't want to do them purely through laziness. Meant I could finish it quicker, that's all. But actually I'm pleased I did. Now I didn't bother with there's like the white ribbon around here as well. Didn't bother with that. I was like, no, as far as I'm concerned, this is done. It's done, done, done. So this is the Edgar Allan Poe tree by Tiny Modernist. I am thrilled with it. Oh, I haven't finished it. Well, you could have pointed it out, man. Melody. Where's me life coach? I haven't done the little handle on here, have I? Just realised. Every single one, there's always something that I miss. But anyway, yeah, so I'll have to go back and do the little handle on him. But other than that, I'm thrilled with this. I think it looks really, really good. It's like I say, this isn't something I would normally, I'm not a sort of a tier tray stitcher. But it was the Edgar Allan Poe that I was attracted to. So yes, so the last time you saw her, I'd done the little man. Can't remember if I'd done the tree. So basically I finished off this side, I've done the word, and I've done the two ravens. Now, deliberate mistake apart from missing out his handle. This bird cage, you've got a little bird in a big cage. I don't know how I did it, but it should have only been up to about here. So I've stuck an extra sort of third on the cage for some reason. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But yes, I have done that. It's a deliberate mistake. Unlike the top, which is not a deliberate mistake. It's just a mistake. So I've done this on 20 count. It's a Megan Coffee Craft fabric. I love it. I do. I really, really love it. So this will be getting framed. I'm going to need to go hunting for a frame to fit, because I've decided, you remember I was asking, can I keep witch stuff up all year round? And I think that the general consensus is yes, you can. So I've decided, rather than just keep one or two up all year round, I'm going to have a witchy wall. It's in my kitchen. And I'm going to have a witchy wall. I'm going to have a red wall. I'm going to have a witchy wall. I'm going to have a sampler wall. I'm going to need a new house because I haven't got enough walls. Yep. So yes, that's that one done. Pleased to have that one done. It was part of me whip challenge that I was just picking out a whip a month, a Halloween whip a month, trying to get them. And I do appear to be winning that battle, because I've now got project bags that haven't even got things in them, like material project bags. So I do feel like I'm starting to win. Excuse me. Okay, did it. Second finish, Autumn by the Cricket Collection. And I did this by doing a letter a month. I'm just checking there's nothing on here that I've missed. I don't think there is. There might be, who knows. It could well be. Could well be. So yes, so all I had to do was finish off the end basically from the last time that you saw it. So this is done on, was it 36 count Winter Brew by R&R, or was it 40 count? Maybe 40 count, I can't remember. I'll have to check. I will have to check. No, I'll check in a minute. But I'm pleased to have that done. And this needs to be finished as a flat fold. So I am going to look up Helen Day's tutorial and see. I mean, I know her flat fold is better than the one I made up the last time I did it. I have sourced some fabric. Now, what did I decide I was doing? I think it's that one that I decided to do. Yeah, it was that one. Because there's another one. What was the other one? Because I've got this out, this fabric out for another one. I can't remember. I'll have to figure that one out again. But so this is a, let's have a look. What is it? Moda fabric that I got from Cowslip a couple of years ago. So I've teamed that with this. Oh, I know what it is. The other one is for When Pumpkins Glow by Brenda Gervais. So that's in the middle of getting finished. And that's what I'm going to use that one for. But yeah, so we're going to go with that. So that is nope, we've got new starts and stuff to go, haven't we? Hey, this beginning section's usually quite little, but I think it's going to be the bulk of it today. Start and finish. Shall we have a look at that, and then we'll have a look at the new starts. So start and finish. One of my new stockings for November. I'm stitching these with Sarah Stonehouse, and it's by Blackbird Designs. So that is the front, and then the two on the back, of which this one is that one. So I'm doing it on 36 count parchment with all of the called for. Oh, it's blowing out a little bit. That's it. And yes, there was over one. You know, these little teeny little stockings that take us a day to do. And then there was all this bloody over one. I was like, whoa, Bob, what are you doing? What are you doing, honey? I can't be doing with over one on this little thing. But I did it. I sucked it up and I did it. Took one for the team. Because I only did it for you, obviously. So that's my start and finish. And the next one, new start, is that one. So I've decided to do this one next. But as you can see, that's not black. It's meant to be done with onyx. But I just thought, I don't know why. I mean, it was the same with October. Remember the last time when I was doing October, and one of them was monochrome. If it's, can't remember which one it was. One of them was monochrome though. Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? It was that one. That was all meant to be black. So I offset it with a different, like an autumny colour. So I've done the same with this, and I've just picked up Toffee by Gentle Arts, purely because I've got all the threads obviously on a ring, and Toffee is in here, so it was beside me. So I thought, oh, I've been lazy again. I know you're shocked. I know you're shocked. I know. I couldn't be bothered to move, so I was like, oh, Toffee will work for me. So I'm doing it with Toffee instead. So nice autumn colour. So that will be a lovely easy stitch to be getting on with. And I've got any downtime. Oh, I'm on leave for another week. And I've got the most exciting thing as well. Saying I'm on leave for a week. I'm on leave till a week on Wednesday, so it's like 10 days or something. So I've got Bruce. God knows what I've been doing in my sleep to get that. Now, I have got some gifts. And I mention it now because I need to show you one of my gifts, because it relates to one of my new starts. So I started this yesterday deliberately before my floss tube, because I wanted to give it a go and give a little bit of a review of it. So this is, it's Mill Hill and it's Celtic Santa. I'm a little bit embarrassed because I had a look at my Mill Hills and I've got the Scottish Santa, the Irish Santa, the Welsh Santa. I don't have the English Santa. And when we consider what's going on in bloody England with all these damn flags, maybe that must be why. Maybe God was saying back in the day when I bought them all, England, there's going to be enough flags around for England, Sherrie. You don't need to do an England Santa as well. So there you go. So I haven't bothered with the English Santa. No, I do need to get him really, I suppose. But so that is Scottish Santa. Now, why did I start it randomly? Because I wasn't planning on it. It was definitely not a planned start. I got some gifts from the Derg, from the Token Derg. So Rachel, I ordered some stuff from her and it came, and in it was a gift. It was a magnetic board for stitching Mill Hills. So it literally just thingies apart, you put your Mill Hill in, and then you just clag it on. And the beauty of it, it fits in my Lowry. I can now sit and stitch. I meant to literally only do a couple of stitches in this last night because I've got another new star that I need to get to, but I couldn't stop stitching on it. It was just like an absolute bloody game changer. And they do little ones as well. I was thinking, oh, I could put like my little ones in this like top corner or something to do that. But when I've looked on Rachel's website to see what she had in terms of these frames, they do little ones. So I've put one of them in my basket. If you like mill hills or you fancy doing a mill hill, but you're just not sure, beyond game changer. Absolute bloody beyond a game changer. In fact, I took a photo, and what I'll do is I'll put it on here, like the way I've got it set up. And because it's on my Lowry as well, I can put the it's not in there, but I can put the pattern beside the metal, and I just usually stick a magnet on to keep it, so I've got like my pattern and my thing side by side, and it's brilliant, absolutely flippin' brilliant. This I cannot stress enough how much I fell in love with this yesterday when I first started using it. I was like, so yes, Rachel has got them on her website. She's out of stock of, I think it was the teal ones. But just send her a WhatsApp, send her a message, an email or whatever. And I know she's putting a new order in, so she's happy to take all pre-orders from anyone. If you're a mill hill stitcher, or you would like to be a mill hill stitcher, especially if you have some sort of a clamp system in place, so like a Lowry or a Patoki or one of the Nudge, you know, like lap stands, just brilliant. The best of it is because it was just in my box when I'd ordered. She was like, oh, a little gift for you. I was like, oh, I love gifts. We know I love gifts. I definitely love gifts. What was I going to say? Oh, and I says, oh, I need to have a try. And she says, oh, get your pumpkin out. I was like, well, really? No, I think she might meet Mill Hill pumpkin. I hope. I've got no idea where it is. I've lost my pumpkin. I've got no idea, because I only take mill hills when I'm going away doing, so like when I've been at hospital waiting for hospital appointments, or when I take my car to get MOT'd and I'm sitting and waiting. They're the only places I take mill hills, because when I'm at home, I don't know, it seems like a bit of a waste, and because they're tedious to stitch on. So this, I suspect you will see this finished sooner rather than later. Can I have a bit of a moan though? Mill hills. The goddamn threads. They come just in a big pile. It takes, it must have took me nearly 2 hours to sort everything out, to get it, all the colours matched up and get them cut in half and put them on a crappy little thing like this. It's just the bane of my life. Part of the reason that I put off doing them as well. And once they're sorted, it's great, but oh, lose the will. I lose the will. So anyway, it is done. And of course you can see I've made a real professional job of it. Hey, oh, did you say that? Yes, it works for me. It works for me. So that is all of my fully finishes, my start and finish, my new starts. I think I missed something out there, but tough. And this is dead canny as well because it can go in me thing. And it can, so it's still, do they call them ABCs? ABC stitches, where you just take it wherever you go, and then if you get a few minutes you can stick a couple of stitches in, something like that. Right, I'm going to organise myself for the next bit, and I'm going to put the heating on because I'm freezing, absolutely freezing. 2 ticks. Right, we've got the heating on. Fortunately, I don't have a husband to fight with over whether I put the heating on or whether I don't. Although I went in the living room and Jem just sort of opened one eye and looked at us like, yeah, I'm pleased you put it on, we're all freezing. So, let's whips out. It's that. Sorry. Yep, sorry. That's me being so childish. I was just thinking back to me Just So Sherrie. Right, yes. What is this? This is a whip, is what it is. If anybody who doesn't know, who's kind of new around cross stitch, a whip stands for work in progress. So it's just stuff that we're busy stitching on at the moment. So I haven't looked at most of these, to be fair, for a few days, so I'm not really sure where we are with any of them. It would be a surprise to me as well as to you. So this one is the Companion Quaker Christmas Tree Sampler Part 2. Speaking of Quakers, I am going to Ackworth on Monday. I am so excited. I'll talk to you about it after our whips though. We'll get our whips all sorted first. I've been meaning to start this forever, so I finally started it. And where am I? Right, there we are. So I've done quite a bit on this since you last saw it. So I actually haven't got, steady yourselves, right, because I haven't got a working thread. There is a thread there, but it's not a working one. I know. So yeah, so the last time you saw her, I had done this. I'd done these two and I just started here. So basically I've done all of that. I am doing this on linen. I'm not sure. I think it's Haunted by Picture This Plus. I could be wrong though. And count wise, let's have a look. Oh, it's pretty tight. I think it's probably a 36 count, but it's Picture This Plus, so it could be, well, if it is Picture This Plus, I'm sure it's Haunted. Anyway, it's a lovely bit of blue motley fabric. We've got fabric to talk about as well. Yeah. So yes, and I just literally, I went with the white and I just picked my own. So I picked whatever that says. I'll just get my glasses on and have a look instead. 928. So it's just like a real sort of icy blue. So this, I really enjoyed stitching on this actually, and it's not going to take much. I've only got the rest of this one and then these three. And whether I do the alphabet at the bottom, I'm not sure. I'll wait and judge when I get there as to whether I think it brings something to it or not. Get me, you know. I do feel like I've come such a long way thanks to you guys, because from finding out that this community exists and going down the path of picking the own, like my own materials, my own fabric type, count, colours and all of that, to now that I'm saying, like, I'll decide whether something, I think something brings something to the picture or not. I still struggle with colours. I still really struggle. I still struggle selecting colours often. That's my biggest fight. But yeah, to be able to look at something and go, oh, I don't think it adds anything, I'm not going to bother. It blows me away, literally blows me away. Because I just used to do what the teacher tells us. I remember talking about Jacob, Modern Folk Embroidery, and it's rare that he gives you colours, although to be fair, a lot of these are like monochrome stitches. And he just says, basically, just pick your own. And I'm like, no, Jacob, tell us what to do. I don't know what to do. You need to tell us what to do. I don't know what I'm doing, how am I meant to choose? You've seen how my life goes when I choose things. Yeah. It doesn't always go the way that it should, or the way that I think that it should. Oh, God. I mean, right, not with myself today. I'm too excited, you see. I'm genuinely so bloody excited. There's just so much good stuff going on in the stitching world at the moment. So, Christmas by the Cricket Collection. I am doing this with the Talking Dog and Rosie X Stitches, that gorgeous creature. She is lovely. I haven't seen her for ages. I miss my girls. We talked about this last night because it's Floss Friends this weekend. And a lot of the girls, my stitchy girls, will be there, and I'm really sad that I'm not gonna be there with them. And I haven't seen any of them for like so long. So this is where we are. Oh, this is where we are with Merry Christmas. Now, the last time you saw it, I was halfway through this. So basically, I've finished the T, and then I've started on the M. Now, is this meant to be done in white or not? Because I think I chose my own. Where is it? If I find it. Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking. Yeah, it's meant to be done in ivory, which is the same one as this C. You can't see it. So, did I just go for, was it 3865 I went for? I think it was. Yeah, I just picked up 3865 instead to do the M, and this is what I'll backtrack as well and do the C, probably. I'm definitely going to replace it because you can't see it on there. But there's no real sort of red on it, so I might start with red. I think gingerbread men always lend themselves to red quite well. So I might totally go off-piste, and rather than just picking a brighter white, if you like, I might actually do a red. I think there's a lot of red on the last one. No, I'm lying, there's not. All there is his little hat is red. That's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to backtrack and I'm going to do red. I'll pick that red so that it blends in. say, get me just going, oh yeah, I'm just gonna change colours because I can. So that is as far as I am now. I'm sure this is one of Marie's Swan Bay fabrics. No, I don't think it is. It's Blackberry Primitives. It's one of Tanya's. Water's Edge, 36 count. And I think I've decided I'm going to put this as a pillow. It's like a big sausage pillow. The autumn I'm not. The autumn I'm going to do is a flat fold. But I quite like the thought of having this sort of as a pillow sitting on my settee. I've got Santa's Parade to go on because I've got like one big oversized chair and I've got a settee. So I'll put one on one of them and the other on the other, funnily enough. But I'm really pleased with that, how it's coming on. At some point I will get them lights. I've got like some little crafty lights. And I'm hoping that it's going to look the way I think it's going to look in my head. Doesn't always work out that way though, does it? Not with me. No. No, definitely not. It's 7:05. It's still black dark. I thought the clocks were due to go back this weekend, but they're not. It's next. Although to be fair, they are going back relatively early. My understanding is they go back the last Saturday in October. So this year, the last Saturday is about the 26th. So it's fairly early in October. I'm sure last year it was about the 31st or something. It took ages. Ages and ages. Okie doke. Speaking of Jacob, Forget Me Not by Modern Folk Embroidery. So yes, this is the one that's been painful to select colours. It's been a real labour of love getting there, but I'm definitely there. I am definitely there. So what have I done since you last saw her? I don't know if I'd finished this. I think I might have just done part of this. This is finally the colour I settled on, which is, I'll show you the colours. King Mackerel, Weeks Dye Works, I think. So yeah, so I'm doing White Lightning from Weeks Dye Works, Suit from Gentle Arts, and King Mackerel. And it's literally taken me like 18 months to get to this part, to get to this now. It's been the most painful thing ever, choosing a bloody colour. And it's funny because when I put the King Mackerel on it, it was weird. I literally put it down and went, oh, that's it. Well, could that not have happened 18 months ago? Little things been sneakily sitting there all the time, hiding from us. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. I made my eyes water. Flipping cough. So, yes, I don't think I'd finished this. So I think I've finished this off. And I've come down here and I've done half of this new Quaker motif. So this has been done on 40 count anthracite by Zweigart. Yeah, sure. It's definitely anthracite. I think it's 40 count. But yeah, I need to backtrack and do this. I don't like this one. This doesn't make my heart happy. This motif doesn't make my heart happy. These do. Ones like these. I like these, and that's not too bad. I like that one. It looks good. I like ones like these. real geometric. I need to, Melody, do not let me forget to go back and finish that. Poor Melody. If you're new around here, or relatively new, I haven't said this for ages. I met Melody at the Big Stitch last year. And I put her in charge of my life because I was like, I've got no idea where I'm meant to go or what I'm meant to be doing. Melody, here, just tell us what to do. That poor woman. I know, all she just had the like really unfortunate position of just being in front of us when I needed help. So I've put Melody in charge of everything now. I'm telling you, if you're struggling with life, go and say Melody. You'll be fine. So, yes, it's starting to look good, isn't it? And this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted something in your face, a bold sort of, which is what I've got with the white lightning. I want something to just sort of sitting behind, like with the little shapes, and then something just really gentle for the flowers and the other things that aren't geometric sort of Quakers. Really, 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 finally, very, very, very pleased to be getting on now. Because it was getting to the point where I didn't want to pick it up because it was just causing me so much pain every time I looked at it. So it's really lovely now that I can just crack on and get sewing. Sewing? It's stitching. Sorry. I'll be getting wrong with everyone. It's not sewing, it's stitching. Why do we call it? Like, I've heard people talk saying like literally it's not sewing, it's stitching. Well, what's the difference? And embroidery, is that sewing? Is that stitching? Or is it its own thing? I mean, I think it's its own thing, embroidery, isn't it? This is me tootling off into my own little world, trying to work things out loud. So I think it's its own thing, embroidery. I just, and then like fixing things, like putting buttons on, what have you, that's sewing, hand sewing. Then there's machine sewing. I'd like to know what the rules are. I'd like to know what the rules are. Now if I where's this one gone? Not sure. I don't think I did a huge amount on this one last week. So this is me Bella Filipina, Gaia, the Earth Goddess. And let me have a look where I am. Oh gosh. Okie doke. Maddie. So, what did I do last week? I know. I decided to come down here and put all of this in. So, there's beads. If you can see them, all these beads, all up here, coming down, loads and loads and loads of beads. Yeah, so that was what I worked on last week. She is really, I know I say it every time, but God, isn't she stunning? She is just magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So I'm doing this on 32 count daffodil even weave with all of the called for threads and beads. Although one of the threads, well, there's Krynic in there as well. And one of the Crynecks is so difficult. This one. It's a hashtag 8, size 8, is that what you call it, size 8? But it's really thick and it's really difficult to work with. I mean, it's fine once I get it into place, but there's nothing smooth about it at all. It's got some real sort of heft to it. The others are just like thread, if you like, just stitching with thread. So yeah, that is her. But I'm not quite putting her away. However, I did source my Snow Queen last week and moved her downstairs. Can't stop. Look, whenever I get this out every week, I just sit and stare at it, because this is the only time I sort of look it up. Like, sorry, look at it in its entirety, if you like. When I get it out to stitch it on, I get the patterns out and see where I've still got quite a big gap or whatever, and then I go straight to that part and start stitching on it. So it's when I show yous every week that I get to see it as well, and it just makes my heart sing with joy. Oh, we'll be coming into the Christmas carol singing soon, and we all know how much I like Christmas carol singing. 'Twas on a starry night. Some of you will remember that one. Loved it. Loved it, loved it. I love a bit carol singing. In fact, I love like singing hymns and stuff, like from school. Give me oil in my lamp, keep me dancing. I don't think, no, keep me burning. Just honestly, yep. But I don't know my makeup. Excuse me. Jardin Privé. We are getting somewhere with this. I spent quite a bit of time on this last week, if I remember right. So I am doing this for the Dodd Crinklies, my parents, for Christmas. But I'm starting to have a panic over, maybe they won't like it for a Christmas present. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know they'll love it and they'll appreciate it. I know that. But is it a present? I don't. Now I'm just starting to have a bit of a blind panic. So, we are there, or thereabouts. We are at the end. The end is nigh. Let me just move this along a little bit if I can. So yes, the last you saw, I was halfway, sort of a bit way through this. So I've done all of this, come down, put all these little tree with all these little autumn leaves in. And then I've done my Santa house. And I think that is the bulk of all of the stitching now. Let me find the last one. Yep. So what do I need to do now? So I got to the bulk of the end of the stitching. Obviously there's what I would call the snagging bits and pieces here and there. So then I went backwards and started to put some more back stitch in. Yeah, so you can see I'm at the moment I'm busy putting like the shadows for the fence posts in. That's right, and I need to come back because I've got to put Valentine's legs in. But I have done the rest of that. It's pretty much done up until here. So I am now going back and I'm working my way methodically doing all of the snagging, all of the bits and pieces that need to be done, apart from that one, which I've forgotten about. So it won't be long before this is done. And I'll be pleased with it. I think it looks wonderful, I really do. I really think it looks great. And this is done on 36 count cypress. Yep, by Fibre on a Whim. I just think it looks fabulous. Like I say, this isn't something I would have done in a million years for me. But my parents like their bird houses, so I'm really pleased with it. Really, really pleased with it. And I think they will be. I think they'll love it. I'm not saying they won't. I think they'll love it. But as a present, is it really something for them? I don't know. I'm just having a moment. I'm just having a moment of, oh my God, have I done the right thing? Should I maybe just get them tickets to a show or something? That's what I would normally do. Get them tickets to go somewhere, or book them in at a restaurant or what have you. Something like that. So I'm doing that with all of the code for, by the way. All of the code for DMC. Be nice to have that done, I think, and put away, ready for framing. And I still haven't quite decided whether I'm going to attempt to frame it myself, like lace it, or I'll probably go and find out how much it costs. There's a frame shop in Blythe. So I could go down there and find out how much it costs and then make a decision. Maybe. Right, can't get this out. I've got so much, I'm so sorry. So this is Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs, which is from their Christmas Sampler series. This is number 4, I think. Yes, number 4. Where am I with this? Where am I? This is looking pretty. Looking pretty. There we are. It's so small, I didn't realise how small it was going to be. So where was it when you last saw it? Well, I was up to this side. I'd done like sort of half this tree and a little bit of the reindeer. So basically I've come and finished all this side off. I've backtracked as well, and I've put all the little red berries in all around here. I think I had some more of these leaves as well to put in. I'm still leaning towards putting Courtney's initials in here. Oh, it's going to be the most beautiful sunrise. Once it comes up a little bit more, I'll show you. Anne with an E suggested putting Joy in there, which I think is a really lovely idea. But I don't know, I've just been drawn to put Courtney's initials in. I don't know why. Excuse me. So then I've come back and I've started to come along the next sort of row, as it were. So it'll be the flower and then moving into the house. This has been done on Wren, excuse me, by Picture This Plus, and it is 36 count. I don't know if you can remember, I think I was feeling very smug because it's the called for fabric. I suspect that's been very much good luck rather than good management. Wouldn't care. I've got Ren on Ada and I hate it. Hate it. I think it's much the changes of colours are much more sort of prominent. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not as blended. Like, the colour doesn't fade in and out of different colours. It's like there's a splodge here and a splodge there. So I wasn't impressed with the Ada. But I do like stitching on Ada. It's easy. It's comfort stitching for me. What was it last week? And I was looking for an Ada. That's probably why I finished the Edgar Allan portrait so quickly. Because on Ada, I haven't really got anything else on Ada. I don't think that I'm stitching at the moment. So that's like a current whip. Should have said as well, I'm doing that with all of the called for. Yeah, I don't think I've got any sort of other Ada current whips. And especially after work, you just want something easy to stitch. Although work's great at the moment. It's fabulous. The big boss has gone off. I don't know if I told you. She's away to China for the month. She's gone travelling for a month. So me and Claire are like having a party. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really quiet. It's just so lovely. I love Breeder to pieces, but yeah, it's lovely when she's not here. Honestly, hacky lazy. Hacky lazy. And I know Claire was, because Claire's my boss, but we get on really, really well. And funnily enough, we've got an option to sell leave at work now. We can sell a week's leave. And Claire's take on it is, I only come to work to have time off. I think it's hilarious. I was going to say something else before then, I can't remember. Oh, that was it. Because I'm off next week because I'm going to Ackworth. And Claire's just been like, Sherrie, that was so badly thought out. I was like, no. Who decided Ackworth should be when Breeder's away? Right, this one I love now. Stitch in London was last weekend and the weekend before, and I didn't get to go to that either. I'm feeling very sorry for myself at the moment because I haven't got hardly any retreats this year. Partly to do with my challenge, because I did need to get a handle on my spending. It was just, yeah, it was wild. So, and I backed out of Stitch in London because I've got Ackworth to go to. My body would not have thanked me for doing a retreat, and then like 2 or 3 retreats on the hop. Same with Floss Friends. I think I backed out of Floss Friends, or I didn't sign up because I knew it would be too much. What was I going to say? What the hell was I talking about? Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll never come back. Who knows? So, yeah. Oh well. Moving on. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. So, Historical Sampler Company was at Stitch in London. Joanne, Suzanne, and all those girls, man, they're lovely. And I'm gutted, genuinely quite gutted that I didn't get to see them. But the turtle was there. Remember the turtle? Haven't talked about the turtle for ages. She was there and she won the Historical Sampler Company giveaway. So she was gifted. She won this, as well as a few others and some like accessories, scissors and what have you to go with it. And she was over the bloody moon. She's had a rough ride recently, Sophie, so keep her in your prayers. And I was weirdly stitching on this when the text came up to say it was a photo, and she was on the floor. She's a floor dweller. She's a floor dweller. So she was on the floor sorting out all of her prizes, happy as a pig in the proverbial. So I am doing this on Steinbeck. Yes, Steinbeck. My needle and flax. And bloody hell. Did I imagine that? Did I actually imagine that? I must have. Right. Well. Okay, moving on. Moving on swiftly. The last time you saw it, I'd started sort of the border. So I did do quite a lot actually on this. I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. Now you do get the linen with it. But it's a 32 count linen. So I changed it to, no, I said it was needle and flax. What? 40 count. I've changed it to 40 count. But I am doing it with the called for threads that they give you. And my lovely floss drops of my Anne with an E. I love these. I love the sound they make. Just, yeah. So I am really, really, really pleased with it. Really pleased. I might stitch on this today. I was itching to get Snow Queen out though. It'd probably be Snow Queen once I'm tired of doing all the like following the patterns so closely. Nice to turn to a monochrome stitch later on. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Over the moon. And I think it's gonna look incredible. Going to look incredible. I have great faith, not in myself, in the fact that whoever designed this has done a fantastic job. So that is that one. And we are coming to the end. Don't worry, don't panic. We are getting there, we're getting through. If you're still hanging on, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And the last one is, now this was nearly. This is another historical sampler one. This is the pot sampler. So this is the one I started for my birthday this year when I turned a ripe old age of 51. To be fair, emotionally I'm just backwards. I'm 15. Right, where am I going to put this? How am I going to put this? This is not a million miles away. So I spent quite a lot of time on this as well. I think it had like 2 sort of longish sessions stitching on it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at that. So the last time you saw her, what had I done? I was halfway through, was I halfway through this? No, because I've started this. So basically, I think I'd done that bit and I'd done the ball in the middle. I've got a snagger here to do as well. I've got this little thing that I need to do. So basically I came over and I've done all of that. And then I started backtracking and I've done the border. So the border coming right along. I am thrilled with it. It is nearly there. And I can't believe it's taken so quick as well. So it was only March, my birthday. I need to start and reuse. I've got a instead of a book of days, I got the Stacey Nash journal and I started it in July. But then I don't know, it just wasn't working. So I thought I'm going to hang on and I'm going to restart in January and use it. So it'll be nice to go back to say, right, when did I start this, and to be able to say, oh, I started this on the 29th of March and I finished it on the 29th of October, something like that. So it'd be nice to have a written record again, I think. But I'll need to get back into the habit of doing it, because obviously I'm not in the habit now. I am thrilled. So this has been done on rugged sheep, old sheep, some sort of a sheep, rustic sheep. Yeah. I'd like me men rugged, yeah, but not. I don't think it matters whether sheep are or not. By XG Designs with all of the called for. I am so pleased with it. There's some of my really big ones that are really coming to life, like Gaia and this one, the pot sampler. Oh. You never know. I mean, I'm on leave, so I will have some time, possibly, maybe, to finish stitching on it. I love this fabric as well. I've loved stitching on it, and it's got all of the called for threads. And that, in terms of stitching, is your lot. And I suspect you'll all be going, bloody hell, that's enough. More than enough. Sick of hearing you rattling on. So if you're sick of hearing us rattling on, yeah. So I'm going to do, I've got a good few gifts to show you as well. Fighting with that. And then I can talk about next week. What's going to happen next week. And of course our final thought. So one moment while I sort me life out. Hang on. Right, ready to go again. I've done some printing. I've stopped some printing. We're on 8 o'clock in the morning. It's time this was done. So what do I want to talk about? I have got gifts. I've got the cotton and twine unboxing for this month and Aquith. So on Monday I will be going to Aquith School. For anybody who doesn't know it, it's now a boarding school. I mean, it kind of always was, I suppose. It was a school. It was built as a foundling hospital first, and then it was taken over. I don't know whether the guy bought it or whatever, but it was turned into a Quaker boarding school, and it was to do with religion at the time. I think it was Church of England was really sort of the main religion at the time, and there was no further education for anybody who was of a different kind of religion, for Quakers basically. So they did that, and the girls would learn needlework skills and all the rest of it, and the boys would learn gardening and landscaping and stuff. That's my understanding anyway. I am not an expert on it, not an expert on anything, but yeah, and they had a very definite style, like the Quaker medallions. So there's a lot of history around Aquith School, and a lot of the teachers, some of the teachers went over to America, and that's how the sort of Quaker stitching style migrated over there as well. I listened to a couple of podcasts from Dr. Isabella Rosner, who is, I'm sure she's the director, but she's like kind of way up there at the Royal School of Needlework. And she's actually going to be doing a lecture, which I'm hugely excited for. So it's been organised by Linda Haddon of the Sampler Guild. And it's Monday to Friday. So yes, I'm going to boarding school. I always wanted to go to boarding school. Whenever I used to read me Enid Blyton books, me St Clair's or Mallory Towers, I was yeah, that was me. sitting on my trunk, like trying to, that's what I'll be doing this weekend, trying to sit on my trunk to close it, hunting down my lacrosse stick, and of course getting all my stuff for my midnight feasts that we're all going to have. I can't wait, it's going to be so exciting. So I don't come back till Friday. I've then got, there's lectures and stuff sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So as I said, Dr. Rosen is going to be there. Ruthie from Crow's Feet Stitching, she's doing something. Jacob Modfolk, he's doing something. And there's some other people. So it's something I've never, this is way outside my comfort zone. So it's something I've never done anything like this before. So it should be hopefully good fun. And something totally different. So it should be a good week. And my lovely friend Alison is going to be there as well. And when the list came out, that other gorgeous creature, Edita, is going to be going, and Marie from Swan Bay Fabrics or Stitches and Diamonds, she's going. I'm hugely excited, can you tell? I've always wanted to go to boarding school. I'm so looking forward to it. So anyway, yes, that's that. So when I come back next Saturday, it's the first Northeast Stitchy meetup day that it has been for months, since about February. So I'm hoping to get to that as well. So I may not record a FlossTube next weekend. If you don't see me, everything's fine. It's just that coming back on the Friday and then going out to the Stitchy meetup on the Saturday, it just might be all a little bit too much, and I might need to not film next Saturday. I've got gifts, and I've got gifts coming. So my lovely friend Alison has got a new name. She is now the Lady of the Linens. Yes, she's the Lady of the Linens. She rang me. She is down at Swindon. So she's at Mrs. Parkman's, what's it called? Needlework retreat? I can't remember. Anyway, and I'm hugely envious. I would love to be there. But she rang, she says, Sherrie, there's linens. I was like, oh. She says, there's tabby cat linens. I was like, oh. She says, what was the other ones? Cedar River. I was like, oh, my heart. Be still, my beating heart. So yes, she has picked up some linens for me. And it has been okayed. She has told Michelle from Tabby Cat, she said, I'm buying these for my friend Sherrie, and so that's fine. Because I was thinking, you might get wrong. Like, you may not be allowed to do this for us, Alison. Well, we are black market in linen. I mean, remember the Garden Gate fiasco last year? Me and Rachel were dealing in Garden Gate in a dark car park, doing an exchange. Well, this is going to be something very similar. So yes, there are some really lovely linens coming, and I'll get them off at Aqua's next week. So yeah, there was that. What else was I going to talk about? Shall we do the unboxing, the cotton and twine unboxing? I want to do this toot sweet. So it's the usual. Comes in a fabulous box, and I haven't even eaten the sweetie out of it. How good am I being? So in here you get, I love this, I need to start it immediately. Cotton and Twine, October 2025. And I love what they've done. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. So they've started this new subscription where you can sign up, and there are 3 options. You can get just the PDF, which I think is about £7. You can get the kit, maybe about £14, or you can get the box, which is £20. So depending on how you are with money that month, how much you want to spend, how much you don't want to spend, you can just switch between the different ones. So obviously Christmas is it can be a tight time, so you might just want the PDF that month. So I think it's genius what they've done. I really do. I think it's fabulous. So there's that one. You get, look at this bag. Honestly, everything they do is such good quality. You can get either linen or Ada. I've got the linen, so it'll be a 32 count. You get all the threads. There is usually a needle sticking in there somewhere. You get the finishing fabric. It's lovely as well. You get a tea bag, which happens to be Earl Grey. And you get, look at her, isn't she lovely? Little Christmas decoration. Metal. I like her. I do like her. And there's usually a sweet treat. And this month, look at him. Look at him. Can you believe I haven't eaten it? Can you? Can you believe that? Do you think we'll get to the end of today without having eaten it? I'm going to fess up here. I'd forgotten there was a sweet in it. That's the only reason it's still there. And I wonder why I put weight on. I think for £20, yeah, can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Love it, love it, love it. Now I need to start their Christmas sale as well. I was waiting for it all day Monday, and I thought, oh, maybe something's happened. And then I saw Sean, the periwinkle stitcher, she put it on Instagram, she'd made a start on hers. I was like, she's got hers, why have I not got mine? Please, miss, this isn't fair, I haven't got mine, where's mine? So I had to email them and say, I haven't got me thing. Oh, the chances are I probably have, I'm just being that dense, I can't find them. So anyway, I can't remember if it was Joanne or Suzanne, one of them sent me the pattern. And I've been meaning to get to it all week, and yeah, I meant to do it yesterday, you see, after the Santa, but I couldn't stop stitching on Santa, so off me mail hill. So I have got gifts this week. I have got my thread club, so off the Talking Dog, get me gaps, but there we are. Brick. There is Blue Coat Blue, Blue Coat Red, Bordeaux, and Boysenberry. Can you remember we looked up, or I looked up Boysenberry? Can't remember why we looked it up. I think it was to do with threads, and I was like, I've never heard of a boysenberry, what is it? So if you're wondering, it is a hybrid fruit between a raspberry and a blackberry, I think. Something like that, anyway. Classic Colourworks, Calico Kitty, Camouflage, Campfire, I love campfires. Candied Yams. It's a pretty colour, real pretty. It's a real sort of deep peach. Candy corn. That's just reminded me I need to get my daughter to get me some candy corn, because I need to know what it's all about. Apparently it seems to be very, 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 very popular in Australia, in America for Halloween. And I'd like to know what's going on. I need to have an awareness now of of what candy corn is, what it tastes like. So then I got this the other week, and I forgot to show you. So this was Mama Loves You GB, the English Schoolgirl series. So it's some little small little samplers, a couple of little red ones there. And I got this the other day because I just couldn't help myself. Owl Forest Embroidery. I think these are lovely. But we know I'm all about the blues. All about the blues. And I'm not including that one in me count because I'll tell you for why. I found a loophole. Yep, we found more loopholes. It was only £3.70. I'm not, that doesn't even count. Doesn't even count. £3.70. Doesn't count. So I suppose I'm going to have to include my shells. There are, and then I got a parcel from the Talking Dog. It's so long since I've had any. I'm going to have to use some of these. Not this one. I needed some more king mackerel for me Jacob. Yep. I got these. I've gone primitive hair mad. I got the Visit. I got Samplers, Queen of the Needles. And I've just pulled out me one from last year that I'm almost finished. I've got the Christmas one, the needle book. I'm almost finished. And I got that Christmas Carol. Now I've got the other ones as well. I've got Bar Humbug and Marley. There's one with Marley on, something like that. And I got the fabric. Isn't that going to look amazing? So this is 40 count. She normally does 30 count. It's way too big for me. So yes, that is my... So how many have I got here? Oh dear. Well, I've got 3 there. My shells is 4. I was going to count this because it's a fabric that I didn't really need. But I'm not, because I'm going away next week, man. And there's going to be another Cross Stitch Guild going to have some things there. And Letitia from Corrie's little shop, something like that. She's going. And I kind of, she's got wonderful embroidery kits, Letitia. Yeah, fabulous. So where do I currently stand with my challenge? Well, I had another 3 because we've gone into October. So I was back up to 9. So that's 4. So I'm down to 5. For anybody who's not with me, I said I was only going to buy 3 things a month this year. Although I have found some curveballs to like I say, to swerve us into the loopholes. So I've got 5 left. I'm going to have another 3 because I'm at the retreat. And then, who will be jingling at the ball? Who will be? Because if I go, I mean, I'm going to have another 3 specifically for that because it's a retreat. I cannot keep me little hands out of the pattern tin. I just can't. I'm like, can I just have that one? Just the little one. Just 17 little ones. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've found this year, it was fine in the beginning, but recently I am starting to get like antsy, really antsy, that I need to buy some stuff. And this was the whole reason of doing the challenge, was that so that I got it back under control. But suddenly it's so difficult. So difficult. And I don't know why. I don't know why suddenly it's more difficult than it was earlier, because I managed to skip on by Nashville. I was worried about Nashville. Didn't think that was going to happen. And I just stayed well away from it. I just stayed off social media a bit. I don't know why it's suddenly, if anyone knows the psychology behind why I've suddenly gone, now I need to be buying things. I need to buy things. I just need to buy things, right? I need to buy things because it's a mental health thing. It's my well-being. My well-being is at risk. So I think that's called an intervention. Do you think? Going and buying stuff, it's a mental health intervention. Dear me. I think I've done really well. I do think I've done really well. And I'm desperately trying to cling on for life to get through the end of the year. Yeah, we will see. And then it occurred to me, I was thinking, oh, what am I going to do next year? And I had half a thought of, we'll do a buy nothing, like apart from things you need. So like if you need, like really need fabric or threads, that sort of stuff. And then I kind of flirted with the idea of saying, do you know what, I'm just going to go back to how I was. And then it occurred to me, I'm going to buy everything that I would have bought this year if I hadn't been on my challenge. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm a little bit at a bit of a crossroads as to what to do with it, where to go with it. I'm really not sure. Really not sure at all. So where are we? I've told you my forward plans. I have got me Christmas sale start with Historical Sampler Company. And I've got a couple of me biggies that are getting close. Me pot sampler. I think Gaia will probably take a back seat now. I've got Snow Queen kind of eyed up for today to take me back into the winter. Yeah, and me Mill Hill. I'm telling you, that is an absolute bloody game changer for stitching on Mill Hills. What a pleasure. It was an absolute pleasure to stitch on it last night. Really was. Makes me all warm. Okay, so this week's final thought. God, we're on 8:30. It's going to be a long one, this. I am so sorry. If you are hanging on, I appreciate you very, very, very much. So, there's been developments in the world, hasn't there? Well, they're trying anyway. Excuse me. So, with that in mind, with the newfound peace, hopefully, over in the Middle East, it was with that in mind. So the final thought from today comes from Benjamin Franklin, and he was chief negotiator on the American side, greeted the termination of the war with relief and said, "There was never a good war or a bad peace." Bye for now.